Oh, that's a problem. 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 Oh, hey, please let me put the pup down. Goodness sakes alive. Oh boy, I think that's the sick pup too. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here on our Unforgiving run. Are you guys going back in the grass, please? Oh no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that's bad. That's really, 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 really bad. I gotta put the pup down before I can go help. Yeah, I was just looking out in that darkness and it looked like there was gonna be a problem. Stop! Oh, that's not good. All right, come on, come on, come on. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Please leave. I want the pup to stop running away from the rendezvous here. This is not really how I wanted to start things, but at least we should be able to sleep again. Good grief. But yeah, we are back with Badger and Ember and the Fairies Fall pack. Hopefully we will heal most of that off, because I've gotta admit, I was really hoping we would not be able to, or we'd not be having to tank a cougar to the face. But I think we're good. Everyone's all right. Nobody's too horribly hurt, thankfully, miraculously. So I think we're gonna go ahead and try and let these guys sleep a bit more. All right, day is upon us. Hopefully, yeah, for the most part, we are all right. We are still a little bit hurt, and so are the pups, but I think we should be fine. We might need to do... Are you guys not in the... Oh, yeah, 86 isn't in the grass yet, okay. We might need to... Come on, y'all, please, seriously? Grass, please. We just gotta wait a little bit, but yeah, we might need to do a hunt. I think we're probably going to have to do a hunt because it doesn't look like we have any food available to us. So let's see though. Maybe it'd be, yeah, I think it'll be worth going after an elk calf here, because we do know that those guys will feed us too, at least. So let's see if we can do that while we have easy access to a herd somewhere in the vicinity. Here we go. All right. Not gonna lie, that beginning definitely has me a little bit discombobulated, but we should be good. Let's see if we can get these guys on the run here. Careful, Ember. Thankfully, I don't think Ember is too damaged, so as long as we can get our hunt in, and then maybe find, like, I think my hope would be to find a mule deer or something. I'm hesitant to try to grab one of them while they're with the herd, though. I really want these guys to end up on the run. Okay, well, there we go. Ember took a little bit of damage from that, because oh, ouch. Oh, there's no getting away from that, yeah. Ah, darn it, she ended up coming from the side I was trying to escape to. But yeah, we'll see if we can get this one down. This is the one that we started biting, so it might be fine. Oh, she's gonna come after me. Ow, gosh. Yeah, it's definitely weak enough that I think we can take it down. We maybe should have run him a bit first. Oh, she's on the move. She's on the move. We gotta be careful here. Ow, it is still doing some serious damage to us, though. Running is good. Running is good. Ember's gonna get another bite. Do some more damage here. We'll try to get a bite or two. There we go. Avoided the attack. And they're running again. That's good. Hopefully, oh no, the rest of the herd is right here, though. That's trouble. That's a problem. Carefully, carefully, carefully. We do not want her attacking us, but I don't want them to get all the way back either. Okay, good. Ember finished it off. All right. I think we're salvaging this. This is definitely not the best of beginnings, but I think we are salvaging it. Here we go. This should be a little bit better. We've got a mule deer with 2 fawns. We're gonna be careful that she doesn't get to us, and even the fawns are doing quite a bit of damage, but this should be a pretty decent meal, hopefully, especially if we can bring one of them back. Minor injury is healed. What do you want to bet? That's going to be back before the end of this fight. It's kind of in the way of things. I think we've pretty much had a permanent minor injury on this difficulty. I might actually... careful, careful. Once we've got one of them low, let's switch to the other one here, because I do want to bring down both. And so if we can weaken them both, we should be able to just 1-2 bring down one right after the other. Yep, there's that minor injury. What did I tell ya? We gotta be careful at this point too, that we don't end up with a major one as well. All right, can we get you down real quick before she gets back? No, one more bite. One or two, probably. Ouch. Okay, oh, she hit, I think she hit her own fawn in that. That worked out in our favor. All right, let's eat one of these, and then hopefully, Ember will go and snack on the other one right over here. Yeah, it looks like we can maybe eat a little bit as well. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say we might be in a bit of a tight spot with the affinity, but thankfully we are not too far away. Of course, it's 1887. The pups are also very, very hungry, and we'll probably be going into growing pups soon, but I am very, very nervous about that because, good heavens. All right, I'm gonna try to run by him here so that hopefully Ember will help bring him back, or he'll follow us. Okay, yeah, I don't think we're lost at least. There we go, there we go. Let's get these guys fed. Yeah, we still have all 5 miraculously, but I'm really worried that that's not gonna happen, or that's not gonna stay through growing pups, because this difficulty has definitely been quite brutal. We are consistently pretty low on health, and especially without a pack to help us. Like, if most of these guys reach adulthood, that's gonna be really huge, because we're gonna have a lot of other wolves starting the next year, and that's gonna make a big difference. Look how pretty 84's coat is. That's a really, really interesting one that I don't know if I've seen before. But yeah, we'll get these guys fed. Hopefully that'll be enough for us to rest all the way through the night, because I definitely want to start getting our health back up and not be running around on partly low. But we will see about that one. Oh no, not again. Okay, hold on. Shoot! Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. What the heck? What is wrong with you? Get out of here. We're gonna have to just bite every time it tries to grab. Okay, it's focused on us now, which is probably a good sign. Kind of. Let's lead it away. And of course, it's 87 again. All right, can we... Nope, get away. I want to, ideally, if Ember can bite... Okay, the cougar's given up. Oh my goodness. I did not expect these guys are going to be so difficult to deal with here. We're just getting everybody to bed. Hopefully that means we won't have an overnight attack, because that in the dark was really, really bad. All right, we're into growing pups, and that could be... This is the part that really has me afraid. Hello, Lupin. She's come over to say hi. I don't know. Okay, at least it's daytime. I really genuinely do not know how we're gonna do this. I think that this could be bad. We legitimately could lose some pups to starvation here. Oh, is that... Okay, yeah, I know exactly what coat that is. I just didn't know that was how it looked as a puppy. All right, let's get 86 out in the open as well, because I want to run over here, make sure we get everybody fed a little bit. I don't know. We might have to sleep in half increments here. I'm not sure if there's going to be any getting around that with how much food these guys are going to need. Oh, that's good news. All right. I'm willing to bet we're going to have a wolf attack soon. So we got to be really, really careful here. But oh my goodness, they are already down to 50%. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. I'm glad that 86 is not sick anymore. But let's see if we can maybe find some mule deer, because these guys are right on the fringe of taking damage again. Oh, there's pronghorns. Can we get a pronghorn baby, do you think? Maybe. Probably not, though, because I think they have picked up speed. Those guys can also be kind of brutal to take down. Although a hare might be still good, honestly. I'm tempted to bring that back to the rendezvous and see if we can give it to the one pup who was sick, so 86 I think it was, just to make sure that we have a little bit of extra buffer here before starting to take damage. Okay, I think elk are going to be our best chance at this point in time, and I think we're probably going to actually want to go for a cow elk and not a baby, because what I think we're going to want to try to do is herd them sort of close to the rendezvous site. There's 2 herds here, and see if we can get a carcass that we can go back to overnight, because I think that's going to be the main way that we're going to get through this, is if we have food that we can easily run to in the middle of the night. So if we have hunger and health, or if we have health in the day, we're probably going to try to do a new hunt each day, because if we have a carcass and it gets taken over by a predator that we can't get rid of, we're going to still be in a very, very bad spot here. We are within sight range of the rendezvous right now, so my hope is that one of these elk will eat dirt and we can get a carcass nearby. I'm not sure if that will happen or not, but that's going to be our best chance. We'll probably want to try to kind of circle them around the rendezvous, though, I think, so that we don't get too far away from it. Okay, this one's going down. She's very, very strong, and I am out of stamina. Ember, if you could help, that would be fantastic. Oh, she's gonna be up again. I don't know, y'all. This seems like a risk. They're all gonna be really strong at this point. No, I'm breaking off. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna keep hunting them. I don't think it's worth it. I hope they run again, though. I don't want them to stand still for too long. Come on. All right, good. They're still on the run. We got another stumble. See if we can get a good bite. Bring her down, bring her down. We have a lot more stamina this time. I'm gonna let Ember hold and regain my stamina, because the longer that we can keep her down, the better. There's another injury. It is just permanent injuries at this point, but we've done a fair amount of damage here. We're doing almost 40, so that's really, really, really good. I think we'll be fine as long as we can keep our bites up, and Ember is helping finish her off there. Come on. Oh, she's gonna try to run one more time, but it's not gonna be enough. All right, perfect. This is what we're looking for. This is what we want, because we're not that far from the rendezvous. And so we can fill up on food, bring this all back, feed the pups, sleep, and then run back out here. And that's probably how we're gonna have to survive, because we're not gonna be able to do much with like half a sleep meter, but I just don't think we're going to be able to make a full sleep meter work with these guys. I think it's going to be too much, and hopefully these carcasses will stick around at least a little bit, but we are still, I think, going to want to hunt whenever we happen to have a full sleep meter, just to make sure that we're making the most of what we've got. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. All right, I don't know where the coyotes are. I'm kind of escorting 64 because 86, because 86 is the one who was most recently injured. At least these guys are not going to be a one-shot, but that does not mean they're not going to be a danger. Get out of here. You need to go back in the grass, please. You need to go back in the grass, please. You guys need to get out of here or die, whichever one. Death might be preferable, but I'm not sure if we're going to pull that off. Get out of here. I'm glad that they are not in instant kill, because they certainly have the potential to be with younger pups, even though we've gotten lucky a handful of times here. No. Get out of here. Be gone. All right. Whew. No rest for the weary, that is for sure. Okay, I was gonna go back to the other carcass, but there is an elk herd right here. So I think we're gonna see if we can do another hunt, just because we are full. This is definitely a little risky, and if things start going south, then I think we will fall back and just try to get our carcass in. But again, like I said, we want to have options. If things go badly, it's gonna be a lot better for us to do a hunt when we are able to, than to avoid it. And this is a golden opportunity of having them right here. Yeah, most of the herd is not going to turn. That was an outlier. Lupin! She's stealing my mouse pad with the mouse on it. Lupin! This is exactly what I was afraid of. That's our carcass up ahead, and that's a bear. Maybe we can get him run over by the elk, because I don't think we're gonna be able to do too much with him. Yeah, okay. So I'm glad we started this hunt. I really hope we get an elk that trips soon, though, because the rest of these guys, they're a little more dispersed than I'd like them to be. Ideally, you want the biggest concentration of elk in one spot so that there's a higher likelihood of one of them, any of them, tripping, but a lot of them branched off with their calves this time, which is a little less than ideal. I think these guys are pretty worn out, and Ember's kind of nipping at the heels of this one. Is it at all weakened? It's not really, but look how slow they're going. This is a spike. Yeah, that's not gonna be worth it, I don't think. Yeah, look how slow they're going. I think this one's going to be our best bet. We are at least doing 30 damage to her, just probably on account of how tired she is. So it's good to know that this is at least a somewhat viable option if you can't get any of them to stumble. You can get her weakened enough. I don't want you guys running this way. No, get closer, get closer. It is nice that they slow down this much. That will make our task a lot easier. We don't have to be in the rendezvous site, and in fact, I don't really want us to be. But I would like it if we were at least pretty close like this. Oh, Amber did go back to them, okay. Yeah, that's alright then. Yeah, I think we should be able to finish her off here. She'll go down pretty soon if we can just get a little bit more damage in. We took more this time than last time, but that's all right. I'm not devastated about that because we should be able to rest it off. And now we'll have 2 carcass options for if one of them is occupied by a bear, as the previous one was. Oh, bad. That's not good. That's real bad. There are multiple as well. Okay, which pack are you guys from? Still the same ones. Still Soda Butte. All right, I think these are new ones that we hadn't met. 1401 and 1601, possibly. We're gonna be careful here. Thankfully, the pups are going in the grass. We just want to keep these guys well away from them because we don't want them running over there to attack. Thankfully, how weakened are you? Oh, get off of me! What the heck? I started biting you first, you jerk. Let's be careful here. This guy, I think, is on the run. Okay, yeah, 1401 is following us as well. If I can, I'm gonna kill this guy. Maybe try to mark some territory while we're at it. Ideally, oh great. Ideally, one of our carcasses is available here too, and I do want to mark some territory because that, while not a priority at this season, is definitely still something we do need to be concerned about. And dead, all right. I think we're gonna see if we can get food next, and then ideally what I'll do is send Ember back and mark territory myself so that we don't have to worry about pups being super hungry, especially with a new pup sick. And perfect, no more bear. All right, so this will be good food for the night, hopefully. All right, most of the pups are fed. Unfortunately, the one that's sick is the one that's lowest, but the other thing about this that I'm realizing is really, really horrifying is the pups heal super duper slowly. You can see 86 is still only on like 40-some% health, which is not great. I'm assuming that's because they drop so quickly in food that they don't get the food healing bonus. So that's not fun. We gotta make sure that we get these guys very well fed. I'm gonna make sure that we feed 85 quite a lot. We might have to do another food run if we're not careful here, but I'm hoping we can kind of squeak by and maybe do more resting. I just want to try to get a lot of this marked. I would love to mark over here, especially because I have a feeling Soda Butte's gonna come back. But I just don't think that right now that's something we can afford to be super concerned about. We might lose some territory during this season. We might have to, because keeping these guys alive is going to be way more important. There's coyotes on the carcass now. This I think we can handle. Hopefully these guys are not too feisty, because they have been in the past. That's just a fox. We should be fine. Okay, good. Yeah, hopefully this will give us enough food. We just decided to pop on over here, and then I would like to rest again because we are not doing so hot on the sleep meter right now. But oh man, this is... Not gonna lie, this is pretty intense, and 85's health is dropping much more quickly than I was hoping it would. Okay, I think we might want to see if we can actually find an elk herd, because we do have a carcass still, but I'm pretty sure we're down to our last one here, and that's not gonna be the most ideal. I think we're gonna want to see if we can actually do a proper hunt here. Fortunately, at least 86 is healing up a little bit more, but 85 is still dropping and has not recovered from illness yet, so that's not so good. But let's head over this way too, because I'd like to try to mark some of this territory just to ideally prevent Soda Butte from getting any funny ideas. And perfect, we do have an elk herd somewhere in this vicinity too, so I think we'll see if we can bring one of them down. That'll be our priority here, just to make sure we get some food in the pups first. Okay, as it turns out, we did get to go mark some of the territory. After all, it wasn't that far of a run, but it seems like the elk herd is still over here, so that works out for us. We should be able to continue tracking it down. Yes. All right, just up this way, looks like. They're actually right here by our other scent post, so you know what? I'm not going to complain about that, but let's see if we can get these guys on the move, and perfect. All right. I'm not used to things actually working out for us in this mode. This is going surprisingly well for now. I'm a little worried that's not going to remain the case, but let's drive these guys back towards the rendezvous. It's good to know that at the very least, even if we can't get a good stumble, they will eventually really wear down on stamina, and then they're fairly easy to take down. Once they're to the point where they're basically walking, it's a lot easier to bring them down. We're going down. Can we actually get to her before she gets up and keeps running? Oh, she's as weakened as they come, I think, at this time of year. All right. I wouldn't say weak, but weakened. Let's see if we can turn these guys back so that she's a little closer to the rendezvous. There are so many elk herds over here. We just passed another one a little ways back. Oh, we are going to be running out of stamina. I just hope she doesn't split off, because she is very low health compared to what they usually are for this season, but we're running the wrong direction, so we got to circle the herd. Okay, we can use a little bit more stamina, but this is pretty darn close to a golden opportunity here. This is the one that we were biting a little bit ago. She is still fairly weak. She's doing more damage to us than we are to her, but I don't think that'll last for very long, although not if we're running out of stamina. Come on, Ember, it'd be good if you could help too. Thank you. You've been so bold in the past. All right, I think we'll be fine. She's actually going a great direction right now. Yeah, this is perfect. If we can bring her down like right here, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, there we go. All right. This'll work, this'll work. I'm not mad at all about this one. Should be just another bite or two, and there we go. We can mark the carcass, and that should be enough food for now. Alright, and we've made it back. Let's get these guys fed. I think, hopefully, if our carcasses hold, that might be the last hunt we have to do, or second to last. We'll see. Very much hopeful that we're very close to weathering this, though. It's not autumn quite yet, but I think we're not too terribly far off. Uh-oh. That's a problem. We just came back to feed these guys. Please go in the grass. Please go in the grass. I think the sick pup did, at least. Okay, over here. Over here. We want to keep him away if we can. Oh, this guy's going to circle around and be a problem. Yeah, it's gonna be too late to keep him out of the rendezvous, I think. Come on, get away, get away. We've got a pup that popped out, but I think we're fine. Oh no, that's a sick one, that's a sick one. We gotta be careful. Okay, they're leaving, I think. Get out of here, coyotes. All right, one more predator attack just to give us a fright, it would seem. All right, our sick pup is healthy again. Let's send these guys back in the grass here. I think we're pretty close to autumn, but let's do one more food run here if we can. They're back. They're in safety. What are you talking about? Let's see if we can eat. Even if not, we can see what they're doing. This one still has food on it, which is good. I think, very tentatively, we might be okay. It's a little like it's not certain. We still have to make it through the beginning of autumn, but so far this has gone better than I was afraid it would. Is Ember full on food? Yes. Let's get back and feed these guys, but I think that this is actually where we're gonna go ahead and leave this off for today, because it is getting to be about that time again. Is that a cougar? I think that's just a suspicious stump. The joys of suspicious stumps. But yeah, I think with all of our pups healthy for once, we're gonna go ahead and leave this here and hopefully maybe, just maybe, in the next episode we will actually make it to Young Hunters. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.